What's up guys, it's Nathan here. Today we're going to cover three very important topics. The first is if you're thinking of buying off the plan, we're going to explore the allure and challenges of purchasing brand new, affordable homes in Australia, from extended settlement timeframes to fluctuating property values. Secondly, we're going to explore interest rates as they continue to climb. Homeowners and experts are on the edge. We're going to question the impact on property prices. We're also going to deep dive into the looming rate hikes, market conditions, and predictions to determine whether the property market will buckle or thrive. And lastly, we'll go on to groundbreaking news that'll revolutionize the dreams of first home buyers in New South Wales as we unveil the upcoming law changes that will promise to increase incredible savings and open up new possibilities for aspiring homeowners. So stay tuned as we discover how these impacts will help home buyers on their journey. So let's start off on the top. Every year, a multitude of Australian home buyers are drawn to purchase a brand new, affordable home, particularly through off-the-plans or house and land packages. These options can be an attractive entry point for many, especially first-time home buyers. The appeal in securing a property at the current price, despite potential settlement occurring in later years, is massive. This means that there's no immediate mortgage or interest repayments, and the prospect of acquiring a property with as little as 5% or even $5,000 deposit is enticing. However, buying off the plan and house and land packages isn't without its challenges. Prospective home buyers need to understand the potential obstacles before proceeding. And if you find value in this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it does really help out the channel. Also, a big thank you to our subscribers. Your support inspires us to create more content. We hope you enjoy. So let's look at this from a few different angles of buying off the plan or house and land packages. The first is, when you buy off the plan, you need to be aware of projected timelines as they can drastically extend. For example, we had a client, Sahar and his partner, who experienced this firsthand when they purchased their home in 2020, and the home and land package was in a new suburb in Melbourne. They were originally anticipating to move in a year earlier, but various factors like design changes, weather conditions, and the impact of COVID-19 pushed back their move-in date nearly a year. Secondly, changes in market conditions can alter the property's value and interest rates between signing the contract and settlement. This fluctuation can work for or against the buyer. You may decide to buy the property off the plan at the current market rates, but the ultimate value might not match up at the time of financial settlement. The value of the property has the potential to decline, resulting in a financial gap that would be the responsibility of the buyer to fulfill. Such as this situation, this could render finalizing the settlement unfeasible and put some people in a very difficult situation. So something you need to be aware that there can be valuation differences. We've seen it where valuations are higher, so that's a real win and you're not going to have trouble settling in those situations. But in situations where the valuation reduces, you're going to have troubles because you got to find that gap. The third is there's changes to building plans that could result into the property being smaller than initially agreed on. Usually, contracts permit a 5% discrepancy in the size of the property, which indicates that the actual size of the property could turn out to be a bit smaller or a bit bigger than you originally expected. Fourthly, when purchasing an off-the-plan property, it might feel like this is an excellent opportunity to personalize design, but choices can be quite limited, especially true when you're purchasing off-the-plan apartments. Though house and land packages offer a bit more flexibility, they do come with their own setbacks and challenges, such as adhering to specific design guidelines, which can complicate the process further. And finally, infrastructure in new developments might be lacking. Anticipated amenities such as local train stations might not materialize as planned, and it's suggested to check online community pages to see what current residents are experiencing and their insights. So how can you navigate the difficult waters of purchasing off the plan or a house and land package with all these potential hurdles? Well, the first step and the key here is thorough research is really the key. Understand the track record of the developer you're going to be working with or the builder, which can provide critical insights. When it comes to selecting fixtures and fittings, thorough research and careful consideration are crucial. Cross-checking prices and challenging discrepancies can lead to substantial savings. Despite the potential delays and complications, buying an off-the-plan property can be a worthwhile venture if you go in with well-informed information and you're ready to tackle the challenges head-on. Like our customer Sahar, who despite the frustrations ultimately was satisfied with his new home. The process might be trying, and it also can be rewarding because you'll end up with a new home and might feel like it's all worthwhile in the end. Moving on now, the steady climb of interest rate rises has sparked concerns among homeowners and property market experts alike. With another rate hike on the horizon predicted by the Reserve Bank, the anticipation comes amidst doubt on the impact it may have on property prices due to the ongoing scarcity of listings and the strong demand fueled by the market. Angus Rain, the executive chairman at Rain & Horne, expresses worry for home buyers grappling with rising mortgage and energy costs, especially in light of the Reserve Bank stance. The bank suggests its necessity of further monetary policy tightening to meet its inflation goal of 2 to 3% target within its reasonable timeframe. Rain points out it's crucial for the Reserve Bank to allow the recent rate increases to permeate through to the economy. This is particularly important as home buyers are transitioning from ultra-low fixed rates in the ensuing months. A pause in the interest rate climb at the start of 2023-2024 financial year could bring relief to small businesses who are grappling with escalated costs, including fuel and equipment expenses. Eleanor Cree, senior economist at PropChuck, suggests that expected rises in unemployment rates might make buyers more cautious due to diminishing job security. She says that the current pace of property growth might slow down if improved market conditions boost sellers' confidence and increased stock availability hits the market. However, by then, if interest rates have stabilized, it might actually reduce buyers' concerns. Cree adds that the majority of interest rate hikes are already in place and the uncertainty surrounding borrowing capabilities and mortgage servicing costs is fading away, giving buyers a clearer picture in their budgetary limits. Predictions by ANZ suggest that the cash rate might peak at 4.35%. Their head of economics warns the Reserve Bank might need to just make one more rate movement. Similarly, the Commonwealth Bank head of economics warns that record high mortgage repayments as a share of household income due to rolling off ultra-low mortgage rates is something that the Reserve Bank will need to take into account as well. At the same time, the property market appears to be weathering the interest rate hikes. Recent data from PropTrack shows a 7% increase in potential home buyer per listing in May compared to the same time last year. Furthermore, prices have risen a fifth consecutive month, showing resilience in the face of the anticipated downturn. According to Matthew Tillier, head of research at LJ Hooker Group, the latest rate hike may not have significantly impacted property prices given the current shortage in listing and strong demand. He adds the property market remains favorable for home buyers choosing to list given the strong auction clearance rates, rising properties, and large crowds at open homes. Tillier also notes a surge in buyers trying to catch the bottom of the market, remnant of the fear of missing out we experienced at the market's peak. With many vendors holding off last year as prices softened, Tillier expects stronger end-of-year selling conditions to improve. And lastly, we've got some exciting news on the horizon for first homeowners in New South Wales. The impending law change is set to come into effect on the 1st of July, meaning these home buyers will enjoy significant savings in their initial property investment. The stamp duty investment limit will rise from $650,000 to $800,000, equating to a potential savings of tens of thousands of dollars. The legislative change is approved by both the upper and lower house, forecast to help approximately 8,600 first homeowners who will be eligible for a full exemption and a further 4,400 that are projected to qualify for a partial exemption. An additional benefit of the change is the sliding scale of the concessions for properties valued up to $800,000 and right up to $1 million. For instance, a home valued at $850,000 will only be subject to $10,000 in stamp duty, which is a significant reduction from the current $33,000, which is applicable. However, a property closer to the $1 million cap will have a decreased concession. So a property worth $990,000 will only see a $1,500 reduction in stamp duty compared to what they currently are. The new legislation will replace the existing first home buyer choice scheme, which is put in place by the coalition government, and the current scheme, which is set to end on the 30th of June, allows home buyers to opt to either pay an annual property tax or an upfront stamp duty to the value of a $1.5 million purchase. Though the old scheme will be retired, those who have purchased under the existing scheme will be able to remain unaffected by this change. The scrapping of the previous scheme has faced some criticism from the Real Estate Buyers Agency Association and CPA Australia. The senior tax policy manager at CPA Australia expressed disappointment of the removal of the opt-in to pay stamp duty as an annual tax. And before the law was passed, opposition leader Mark Speakman labelled the discontinuation of the policy a blowout for first home buyers due to the high median prices in Sydney. He emphasised the importance of reducing the reliance on stamp duty, often regarded as the most burdensome taxes. Despite the opposition, Premier Chris Minns and Treasurer have voiced support for the incoming legislation. They believe that it's fairer and simpler, which will aid more first homeowners in entering the property market, with the Treasurer suggesting 5 in 6 first homeowners would stand to benefit from the scheme. And remember to like, share and subscribe to stay informed with all the latest property and finance news. While these changes won't solve every challenge faced by first home buyers, they are signifying a promising step in the right direction, aimed at boosting the prospects for those struggling to climb into the property market. Starting from the 1st of July, the dream of owning a first home might become a little bit more attainable for many. Did you know here at Hunter Galloway, we're mortgage brokers and we specialize in dealing with first homeowners. So if you're living in Australia, we can help. We work with people Australia-wide. There's no cost for our service, and you can reach out with us by simply visiting our website, huntergalloway.com.au, fill in and get a free assessment form, or give us a call directly on 1300 088 065. We'd love to help. Guys, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.